children's book festival.
Hi, my name is Nnenna Ochiche. Has anybody here read this book, Adaeze, the True Princess? You have! Oh, nice. What did you think about it? Okay. Does anybody want to tell me what they think? If you've read the book and you want to tell me what you think about it, it's fine. Did you like it? Yeah, you can just say, I liked it. That's enough. All right, give her so she knows she can speak. Give her. Say, I liked it.
I like it.
That's great. All right, everybody clap for her. That wasn't so hard, right? Yes, awesome. Okay, somebody else wants to... Who else has read the book? You've read it. Okay, what did you think? What do you think about Adaeze? What kind of a girl is she?
It's interesting.
Okay, the book is interesting. What about the girl, Adaeze? What do you think about her?
She's very proud of herself.
She's very proud, right? Does she have any reason to be proud? Has she achieved anything? What did she achieve? Why is she proud?
Because she thought that it's only her father that is richer
in the whole world.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Give her a round of applause. Thank you. Excellent answer. Okay, so I'm going to read a short portion of Adaeze, and then you can tell me, and then we can have a discussion. Is that great? All right, awesome. So Adaeze, the True Princess, is about Adaeze Ikweche. She's 9 years old, right? I think, at the beginning. And she's the only child of her parents who are very rich, who have pampered her, who have given her everything she could ever ask for. Unfortunately, one day, her parents lose their money, and Adaeze has to move to another town to live with an aunt who is very strict and who doesn't give Adaeze everything she wants. So while there, Adaeze has to learn how to be courteous, how to use her magic words. Who knows magic words? Have you ever heard of magic words? Oh, fantastic. So what are the 3 magic words you know?
Excuse me.
Fantastic. All right, give her a round of applause. Excellent. All right, what's the magic word?
Sorry.
Thank you. Awesome. All right, give the next.
Pardon me.
Thank you. Fantastic. All right, give him. Okay.
Excuse me.
Fantastic. All right, give him a round of applause. One more. One more. There's one I've been saying. There's one I've been saying. Thank you. All right. All of you are wonderful. Give yourselves a round of applause. Fantastic. Does Adaeze use these words? No, these words are not in Adeze's vocabulary. She doesn't tell people such things. Well, not in the beginning. Okay, so now we're going to start reading from this is page 24. And Adeze's cousins came visiting. Okay, so let's find out what's going to happen. Jones was trying to ride Adeze's bicycle. She never rode it, as the effort made her feel very tired. He was 2 years younger, while Emmanuel was 9 years old. She came out and screamed at him, "Jones, what are you doing?" Nothing. He stopped by her, one foot on the pedal, the other on the ground. "Get off my bicycle this minute," she yelled. "Oh, sorry," he apologized and turned to ride it back to the garage. "Why are you still on my bike?" She followed him, shouting. He stopped and looked at her, surprised. "Didn't you ask me to return it?" She grabbed his shirt, pulled him off the bike, and threw him on the floor. Before Emmanuel, who was standing by, could stop her, she bit his ear. She was still biting him when Emmanuel rushed to them and pulled her off his brother. Jones was crying loudly, holding his ear and kicking his legs angrily. "What's wrong with you?" Emmanuel asked her. She frowned at him. "Must you support him? Didn't you see what he just did?" By this time, their parents, who had been in the sitting room, had rushed outside. Jones' cries were so loud they thought he had fallen off the bike and injured himself. "What happened?" Emmanuel's mom asked him, while his dad knelt to examine Jones. Adaeze beat his ear. Emmanuel replied, "What?" DK screamed, "Ada, why did you do that?" She pouted. crossing her arms over her chest stubbornly. Her parents did not know what to say to her. They turned to Emmanuel. Where were you when they were fighting? You were supposed to be taking care of them. Mr. Ochiche scolded. Uncle, they were not fighting. She beat him because he was riding her bike. He defended. Can you imagine? That is not the way to treat your cousins. Will you apologize? Susie ordered. No. Adaeze scowled. What did you say? DK asked. By this time, Jones had stopped crying and was staring at her. He could not believe any child could stand up to an adult like that. If he tried it, his mom would spank him and send him to his room. This girl was really something else. Adaeze's dad saw that if he didn't do anything, his brother-in-law would spank his princess. Say sorry to your cousin, he told her. No, Daddy, she cried. Go to your room. You remain there till all the pizza we bought is gone. I will give it to your cousins. That's not fair, Dad, she cried. He didn't ask before taking my bike. Is that right? So because he didn't ask, you decided to chew off his ear, Susie asked. Ego had not said a word till now. Let's be fair. He should have asked. What? DK could not believe his ears. Adaeze, go to your room now. Her dad raised his voice. She made a hissing sound and turned away. DK and Susie looked at each other. It was time to leave. We have to go now. Boys, get your things, Susie announced. I'm sorry about what happened. Stanley placed a hand on DK's arm regretfully. Nah, sorry. Okay? Ego rubbed Jones's head. Susie and DK left without further comments. That was the last time they visited the Ochiches. Even though they used work as an excuse, both families knew the real issue. No one wanted a repeat of what had happened. Thank you. All right, a round of applause. Okay, that's a picture of Adaeze pushing Jones down. Okay, because that's her bicycle by the side. All right? Okay, so what did you think about Adaeze? Yes, somebody wants to answer. Give in. From this short passage, what do you think about Adaeze? What kind of a girl is she? Push it. Okay. Yes.
Adaeze was rude.
She's very rude. She's very rude. Thank you. Give him a round of applause. Okay. Okay. My friend in the jean jacket.
She's very stubborn.
She's very stubborn. She's not even afraid, right? She's very stubborn. Oh my gosh. Is it good to be stubborn? Oh. Are you sure? If somebody takes your bike without permission, your own bike, your very own bike with your name on it, he didn't even ask you permission, what should you do? Somebody takes your bike without permission, it's your own. What should you do? Yes? The young man at the back.
I will tell him to return it.
If he's wasting time, he's going slowly. He's not going fast. What should you do? Yes.
I will tell him that he can ride it, but he should not spoil it.
You should not damage it, right? Okay, give him a round of applause. But what if he damages it? Shouldn't you push him just a bit? You push him a little so that he will learn his lesson. Yeah?
Yes.
Ah! Okay. Do you want to change your answer? Okay? What's your new answer?
No.
Okay, all right. Give him a round of applause. All right, thank you. Okay, that's Adaeze for you. She takes matters into her hands. Okay, we're going to start from page 52, where Adaeze visits her aunt in Aba. Her auntie Felicia has taken her in because her parents have lost all their money. The problem started that night. Adaeze refused to eat the dinner of beans, pottage, and boiled plantain. She pushed the plate so that it ended up on the floor. Its contents splashed on the walls. DK and his sister were dumbfounded. The child proceeded to throw herself on the floor, throwing her arms and legs about and crying loudly, "Mommy, Mommy, I want my mommy." Felicia rose without a word, got a broom and pan, and began to clean up the mess. DK knelt by Adaeze to plead with her, but almost got injured in the process. He sat back with his hands on his head, just watching her. I hate this house. No pizza, no ice cream, no hot dogs. What kind of a place is this? The girl cried. Felicia had finished cleaning up. She washed her hands, sat quietly on her chair, and bowed her head to bless the meal. Her niece and brother stared at her as she calmly picked up her fork and knife and began to eat her food. Adaeze did not feel like crying anymore as no one was begging her. She was tired and hungry. DK joined Felicia at the table. He also pretended that Adaeze was not lying on the floor. If that was what Felicia wanted to do, he would do the same. After eating, Felicia cleared the table. DK thanked her, said goodnight, and went to bed. He was sleeping on the couch in the living room. When he had left, Felicia turned to Adaeze, who had sat on the floor with a stony look on her face. I know you're used to having your way. While I do not want to hurt you, this is my house, and I will not tolerate that behavior. Here, you eat what you're given with thanks. Many children go to bed hungry every day. You just wasted a plate of very delicious food, she scolded. I don't eat beans. Adaeze shook her head in defiance. Your mom did not tell me you have any allergies. Why won't you eat beans? Her aunt asked. I don't like it. We all have things we don't like, but the world won't stop for your sake. The earth does not revolve around you. You have to learn to get along with others. Never. I am a princess. That means that I can have whatever I want. Actually, a princess shows courtesy and kindness. Can you imagine the wife of the president of Nigeria throwing her food on the floor and throwing a tantrum like you just did? Adaeze asked kindly, gazing into her eyes. No, Auntie Felicia. She was sober at the thought. Well, get up like a princess, wash your hands, and I'll give you bread and a chocolate drink. Because today is your first day in the house, that's why I'll let you go free. Next time you try that, I will spank you. Adaeze was putting her bag away and settling into her seat. Since she was early, there was only one other pupil in the class. He came over and introduced himself as Mike. They shook hands and she told him about herself. I live in Lagos. My mommy just had a baby, so I had to come and stay with my aunt here while she recovers. Cool. Is it a baby boy or girl? He's a boy. We haven't named him yet, but I want him to be called Steven or Jason. Is this your first time of living in Aba? Yes. I only passed through when we visited my grandma in the village 2 years ago. We flew to Port Harcourt and took a taxi to the village. You know, we flew in the business class and we sat close to Arepa. Arepa? The one who sang Shake Your Body. No way, he exclaimed. For real, I even took pictures and got her autograph. Wow, you're so lucky. My mommy said she was going to perform at a concert in town. So tell me about this class. Do you know Mrs. Wakama? I hope she's not mean. She taught my brother, who is now in primary 5. I heard she can flog very well. She hates it if you don't do your assignments or if you're distracted while she's teaching, he whispered. Oh no, Adaeze cried. My brother said, if she flogs you, you must see stars. She specially prepares her cane with Cameroon pepper and puts it in the fire so that it will be more painful when she uses it. Adaeze was already close to tears. She began to wonder how she could convince her aunt to change her class. She did not need a teacher who rubbed pepper on her cane and put it in the fire to make it more painful. That was out of the question. Mike turned and saw another classmate who had just entered. He hailed him. OBK, over here. Come and meet the Lagos girl. The boy came over and extended a hand for a shake. Hi, I'm OBK. My name is Adaeze, but my friends call me Daisy or Princess. You can choose, she announced. You're welcome to our school. She used to live in Lagos. This is her first time in Aba. That's nice. She was just telling me how she met Arepa on the plane and got pictures. Cool. She used her phone. I'm sure. Just let me get a good seat at the front before the others come in. OBK left. Who is he? Adaeze frowned. He has an attitude. OBK? He's the most intelligent boy in this class. From primary 1, he has always taken the first position. Mike replied. Is that so? She leaned forward to get another look at him. Yes. Even Ebere, the class prefect in primary 2, only beat him in second term. At the end, he still had the best result. That girl coming in, she came third. He pointed. You, Mike, what was your own position? Adaeze suddenly asked. Me. I always take the last position. I repeated primary 1 and 2, he asked. Adaeze was shocked. My daddy cannot allow me to repeat a class. When I was in Brilliant Children's School, they tried to make me repeat primary 2. My daddy was so angry. He shouted at the director and removed me from there. That is what my parents should have done. I don't know why they are just keeping quiet. He said, thoughtful. Yeah, better tell them. If not, you will keep repeating. She advised, God forbid. He snapped his fingers. Are you wishing me bad luck? Are you wishing me bad luck? No, I'm just saying. At that moment, the bell rang. So he stood and joined the crowd of pupils heading out to the field where the assembly was made. Adaeze was glad she had made a friend so easily. All right, a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, so that's the end of my reading, and I'll take any questions you have about writing, about not just about the book, but about writing in general. Is any of you interested in writing? Has any of you ever written a story, even a short story? Excellent, very good. Okay, so I'm going to take. Is there any other thing? Oh, it's fine. Okay. All right. So I'll take any questions you have about writing. Okay. About the book, about writing, about publishing, about getting your story. Is any of you interested in writing a story and getting it published? Excellent. So do you have questions? What kind of stories do you like? Do you like stories that are full of adventure? What's your favorite book? What's your favorite book? Do you remember? Any story you like? Have you read The Famous Five? Which other Nigerian book have you read? Aha, okay.
Never be a bad friend.
So tell us about it. Why did you like it?
I like it because it teaches not to be jealous, wicked, and a thief.
Okay, not to be. Okay, she means not to be. Okay, give her a round of applause. Okay, so it's very easy to become an author. If you already like reading, that means you already like writing, okay? So I started writing because some of the books I read, I didn't like the way they ended. And so what I did was to write my own version of the book. I changed the way it ended, okay? And I started this when I was 9, 10, 11, and then from there I kept writing until I eventually published a book. So if you already like reading, you should also write, okay? And it doesn't matter if you think the book is good, what you wrote is good enough or not. Just keep writing, keep reading, and then share your stories with others so they can enjoy them. Is that good? All right. So how many more people are going to write? Excellent. Okay, so somebody's going to win a prize today. Does somebody want to win a prize? Okay. So the person is going to summarize the 3 portions of Adaeze I've just read. And that person will win a prize today. Who wants to summarize what I've just read? Okay, you come. Have you read this book? No.
So the first portion of Adaeze, I get that she's proud, self-centered, and her dad kind of spoils her. So she's used to it. So when her cousin took her bike, she was surprised that someone had the audacity to do that kind of thing. And her cousins were kind of shocked that she had that kind of attitude and behavior. And the second portion, Auntie too was kind of shocked, but she tried to counsel her about it, and Adaeze was kind of getting, but she wasn't really looking forward to going back to a poor life. She wanted to be that rich princess. And the third part, she was just kind of like wanted to stay at the back. She didn't want to do assignments. She didn't want everything, and she wanted to keep that rich princess life. That's all I get.
Excellent. Clap for her. I like your summary. Okay, does somebody else want to attempt? Okay, you come. Have you read the book?
In the beginning, I learned that the time her brother wanted to drive a bicycle, so she saw her brother driving the bicycle. She now shouted, "Why are you driving the bicycle without permission?" So the boy drove the bicycle on to go and keep it. So she now run and meet the boy and drag him out of the bicycle and bite his ear. So his brother now shouted, "Why do you bite him in his ear?" So the boy was now crying, shouting. So princess, mother and father now came out, and I said, "What is happening here?" Okay, after the brother now said that both of them are fighting. After his father said, "Let princess to go to her room without eating pizza or doing anything till when they finish the pizza." So she now said, this is not fair. It's him that first and ride my bicycle without permission. So the second part, the time the princess went to her uncle's house, they prepared food for them to eat. So princess threw the food away. She said that she is not eating. So she was in the floor crying, shouting. Nobody answered her. So she cried when she's tired. That is why I wish.
Thank you very much. Give him a round of applause.
All right,
okay,
thank you.
Sorry. All right, that ends our story time today. And if you see the book in the bookshop, look out for it. Sorry, love. And get a copy. All right?
Nnenna is a medical doctor with a bias for community medicine. Her love for writing enables her to use it as a tool for health education as well as to motivate her readers to embrace African stories. Her books for children are inspired by her memories of the child she was as well as the antics of her own children who are her muses, biggest critics and biggest fans. Ginika's Adventures is her second book. It was on the long list for the NLNG Prize for Literature in 2019. She has 2 new books in the works and hopes to get them into the hands of her teaming fans this year.
See Akada, children's